Padlet to make a word wall. There are different options with Padlets that allow you to vary the level of control over what students post, as well as allowing for student identification on their posts. This is the process for creating your Padlet. Go into Padlet accounts and make yourself an account if you do not already have so. On the main dashboard, you want to make a Padlet. Notice the different options for how to create a uniform setup. It has timelines and maps, a shelf, grids, a stream, canvas, and wall. Some are very rigid and others are loose. I'm going to pick the canvas for the word wall. This will allow me to move the different posts around on the page. You can see after I've made the Padlet, a modify window pops up. This is where you can customize your Padlet. I'm going to go ahead and name it Science Word Wall. I can give a description about what the content is about. I can also add an icon, not required, but something fun to do. It gives you the address to this specific Padlet, and then our wallpaper. The wallpaper has various options like solid colors, gradients, textures and patterns, pictures, but also adding your own. I'm going to create my own. As you can see, I can either search images, upload from the computer, put in a link to one, a photograph, or draw, free-handed. I'm going to use the Google Draw that I created earlier. Take notice that when you're using a Google drawing or any other image, if you have a clear background, a transparent background, that will not translate well in Padlet. Make sure you have a solid color design behind it. I'm going to go ahead and create a shape and drag it over top of my text and photo I created. I want mine to stay white, so I'm going to change the color to white and have a transparent border. Now when I click on the shape of the square I've made, I'm going to do a right click of my mouse and put the order to send it to the back. Now I can download this picture for Padlet. Also note that the default of Google Draw is a little bit larger. I'm going to shrink this slightly to allow more space on the Padlet posts. Now that I'm happy with my background design, with the concept laid out, I'm going to do File, Download, PNG. I'm going to go back into my Padlet and upload the image. It uploads my words and my images. Now when I click the back arrow, I have a couple more things to finish this off. I can change the color scheme if I choose. I can change the font. I also have the control of attribution. I can make it so that the students' names will show when they make a post. I can also allow students to comment on the various posts that are there, as well as give reactions. For this word wall, you may not want that to begin with. I can also make it so that I can approve posts before they are placed on the Padlet, as well as filtering profanity. Hopefully we won't need that for this time. When you're done, click Next. Now your Padlet is ready to go. As you can see, our States of Matter Padlet is ready. Students will double click. Their names will be attributed at the top. And you can begin typing in your vocabulary words, as well as upload pictures using links, searching on Google, taking a photo, as well as many other options not available in a Jamboard. I'm going to go ahead and find an image. As you can see, it'll upload GIFs easily. I can also double click as I make additional posts. You can see the scrolling bar will show. Students can make various posts all around the vocabulary terms. Once you're done with the Padlet posts, you can also embed these onto Schoology. In order to put this into Schoology and allow for student use, we want to click the share button. You can see where you can invite and add members, but the privacy button is the one that we want to focus on. Change your privacy. Many of the Padlets start out as private, where only you can access it. There's a password-enabled one that you might like to use, or a secret one. This is the one I tend to use, is the secret Padlet that keeps it hidden from the public, but once you share the link, they can access it. Also notice visitor permissions on your Padlet will many times be set to can read. You would like students to be able to write, where they can view and add posts. However, they cannot delete other students' posts or modify it or add additional people. If you allow them to edit, they can change many more posts. Choose the appropriate setting on how you will use the word wall. Students can read will allow for them only to view the wall that you create. With Can Write, students can interact with the wall. I'm going to select Can Write. When you're happy with that, go back. Make sure it's secret and Can Write. Notice that you have a link you can copy on the clipboard. You can have QR codes or embed in your blog or website. This is the version we're going to use. You do have other options of saving images or PDFs or exporting it. We're going to embed in our blog or website. The embed information is located here. Click the copy key. Now go into Schoology. Maneuver to your class. Click on Add Materials, Add Page, and title your word wall. When you want to post the Padlet embedded in Schoology, the button that you need to click is right here where it's switched to HTML. It's the bottom dot. Click and then right-click and paste or Control-V. It puts the embedding information in the square. When I switch to visual, you can see it has my Padlet ready to go. One last thing we want to do is go under the options, and instead of display on new page, I want to click the button to make it display in line. This will allow it to be the front-facing part on Schoology. Hit Create. It will create your word wall at the bottom of all of your materials. As you can see, the view is not as ideal, yet you can toggle and move to see student posts. Students can also hit the pop-out button to open it in a new window to look at the board wall. An additional option, students can view this on a separate page where all of the options are showing. Make the choice of what word wall you would like to use based off of the activities you choose to do with your students.